Yep. So you guys won't troll me anymore for my eyes being red. Yeah, you should see they're not red. That's good. That's good now, brothers. How y'all doing? Alright, man. We're starting off the stream as usual. Positive. Everything is on a positive scale. Everything is on a positive scale. You feel me? So let me take my spot. Yo, my good brothers. So, yeah, hold on. Bam, bam. I just need. Oh yeah, we just starting off late today. That's crazy. Hold on, give me a second. All right. Yep. So, hopefully everything's okay. Let me get the useful things out of the way. Oh my God. All right. Let me speak this. Ooh, that's good. That's good, Mandem. How y'all doing? So we gotta open this Discord server. Give me a second. So y'all should tell me if it's lagging, okay? Because I want to get everything straight first before we go on. It's a new day. It's a good day to start the stream, right? So, new mission. Why do we have a mission in general? Um, so I don't know, bro. Do you guys get? Wait. Yeah. We're live now, boys. Bro, it's crazy how going live like takes time. You gotta arrange stuff. You gotta set everything up. I think that should do it. I don't know if people are joining our Discord, so let's just see. Oh my God, let's see. Let's save that. Hey, just say something. I just want to save these. Pin. Alright, I think pinning we're done. We're good. Alright, so I can now share my screen, right? Enough yapping. Yo. Alright, my boy. So, wait, this stuff is lagging? What the fuck? Why is this shit lagging now? Oh my God. Imagine starting off a good stream when it's lagging. So let's go and uninstall Flutter. Like, bro, I couldn't wait for the exams to finish and I installed this shit, dog. I was waiting for the exams to finish. I'm like, all right, I'm going to install this Flutter as soon as I get home. So let me just install it because it's been like stressing the hell out of me. Bro, I thought you ain't gonna show up, bro. Nah, man. Like shit. What's good? What's that name? Lakshi? That sounds like a female name. Yeah, I just came back from college actually, bro. We're doing final exams, so yeah. The final exams were good though. And as usual, man, your boy got 96, boy. It's like that's crazy. We only failed 4, bro. That's how nerdy we are, bro. My boy said crazy drip, bro. Look, man. So drip here, bro. How the fuck you saying crazy drip? Man, you guys been trolling me. What you mean crazy drip, bro? I couldn't wait to like what the fuck is this project build data indices? Okay, first I think I should show you guys. Should I show you guys the project we did at school today for final exams? Because ours is just practical, so they mark it on spot and they give you your marks. And yeah, that's true, bro. I got 96, my boys. I even have the paper with me, so yeah. So we're good, we're good, we're good, we're good. That means we pass year 2, man. We're preparing for year 3. Bro, that jawline got me off guard. I got. You guys are trolling me bad, bro. What you mean, bro? I got the crook, the most awkward and the trashiest jawline, bro. I think there's no point of showing you guys that stuff. So let me just remove it, bro. Let me remove Flutter. It's so annoying, bro. So annoying, bro. I don't know how people just use Flutter, but for me, after this live stream, yeah, bro, we got 96, man. Let me. Matter of fact, let me airdrop the picture because I have the picture here with me. Let me airdrop the picture so I can show you. But just give me a sec first. So I'm gonna show you. We got 96, bro. We went crazy. We went ballistic on the examinations. So this is all Flutter. I think we can now remove everything that's here. Yeah, we can just delete everything that's here, bro. This is like 5 GB. Alright, let's delete it. Hopefully it doesn't delete VS Code. I think it's gonna delete VS Code, but let's just delete it. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing on screen. I think I didn't alright. I didn't share my screen with y'all, so I'll share it just after deleting everything here. Just give me a second, guys. Give me a second. There's somebody talking about my drip, bro. I don't got drip like that, boys. But yeah, we're gonna get drip soon, so don't worry. Alright, so the next thing we're left with is just mock capture screen and bam. Bro, if you guys stream, right? I wanna put you guys onto something. You guys should start live streaming your day, like when you guys are cooking. I mean, when you guys are fucking. Oh my, not fucking. Like, I'll be cussing too much to the point where I'll be saying anything, bro. When you guys are like coding and stuff. All right, so I think we're good. So, what did you ask? What was your question, my boy? Let me see. What did you ask? Mm, ain't got drip, but the swag is crazy. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, bro. We don't got drip, but the swag is crazy, huh? Swag is crazy. Swag is alright. So let me show you guys the entire application, right? For some reason, I installed, I think, Xcode and stuff. So I'm not gonna have I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to show you guys everything on like the live stuff, but this is the entire application. I have the Figma design here, bro. Like this is the thing, bro. We had to start with this, bro. We had to do all this. Yo, Dave, maybe I'll not be active in the stream, bro. I'm busy, but keep grinding. All right, man. Thanks for hopping on. No problem, bro. It's my fault because we began late today, but yeah, I should understand. I just came from college and we're doing final exams. So from now on, we're free to stream, bro. We can stream from morning until late in the night, bro. Yo, Akpe Fanyi, as you can see, bro, I made you my moderator, my brother. I made you my moderator. So from now on, bro, if there are people disturbing in the stream, you can just kick them off. I made you the mod, man. You feel me? You can kick them off. You can ban them. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I put all my trust on my brother, man. Yeah. So that's the thing, bro. Like we went crazy on the exams, bro. I just deserve. I deserve a pat on the back, my brothers. Cause man, your boy did crazy. I'm just say let me drop this on my computer so I can show y'all. I wanna show off my marks, my boys, cause we deserve it, man. All right. So I should see it, man. Yeah, no worries, bro. So here's the thing. I think this is an image. All right, this is a picture. Yeah, I should see this, bro. Look at that. Emmanuel Francis. Y'all brothers. Look at your brother, bro. That's me right there, bro. This is 38 out of 40. And the other one that I showed y'all was 28 out of 30. And the first one, something like that. So the total was 96. And that's it. We got 96 in that paper. and it's crazy because we're about to go crazy, my boys. So that means year two is already standard. It's already cool. So this is the application we did in the final exams today. This is it. Like you first have to draw. I mean, fucking design all this stuff, bro. That's how crazy it is. You gotta design all this, design these pages and link them and stuff, and then you code them using Flutter, bro. Yeah, straight A's, man. That's A plus, bro. Straight. I only failed four, bro. And the four, just the teacher just decided to not give me the four. It's not even just like I failed, literally. He just decided, alright, I'm not gonna give this guy the whole thing. You can get every mark. I'm like, alright, man, just get it over with. Give me my marks. Let me go. Yeah, bro. Can you open the image for me, bro? What image? You mean this the for the marks? You mean for the marks? Hold on, I think I made a low shot video. Alright, that's it. I don't know if it's an image though. Yeah, it's an image. So if you mean this, that's there you go. That's me right there. So yeah, we passed, bro. We passed. So this thing was good. If you come here, you click sign up, it will take you to the verification code, and once you click verify, then you are supposed to be redirected. Here, Jollof hot. Jollof, and then from there you can click and you can add to cart, and yeah, there you go. So I think that was the entire application, and the whole code was written in Flutter. Yeah, so that's the thing, bro. We did a lot today, and I was stressed the whole time, but it is what it is. And this is the entire code, my boys. This is the entire code, man. As you guys can see, your boy went crazy. I went ballistic on this shit. I went ballistic, and I'm about to delete this stuff actually because I don't need it anymore. This is with Firebase. This is Firebase. This is adding to cart. This is the cart manager, and we got screens, we got widgets, everything. We got authentication here with Firebase, bro. The entire code, bro. Like we went nuts. So I don't know why the teacher just decided to give us. He just said, "Okay, I'm gonna make you fail too." So I'm like, "Alright, it is what it is. Just give me my marks. Let me go to my brothers on my stream, bro. I don't have time for you teachers. It's wasting my time, man." All right. So that's about it for a low, work and all that stuff. School bullshit. So there you go. And another thing, I think we can just yeah. So yesterday if I'm not mistaken, we are still working on the skill swap. Hopefully it opens. God, let it open. And another thing is, bro, I don't know if I can be able to connect this because for some reason, wait, is this still connected to my GitHub? Hmm. God, let it be connected to my GitHub. Wait, where can I see the profile thing? Ah, that's a profile, but is it connected to GitHub? Wait, is it connected to GitHub? I don't know. Tools and integrations. Connect to GitHub. Ah, it is not connected, so that's why. No problem. Connecting to GitHub, checking installation. Is it connected now? Manage. See, I want to make sure it's okay. This is prog filthy. Use my mobile. All right, give me a second. Give me a second, boys. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me go into GitHub, my mobile. Lord 27. All right, we should be good. Now we're good to go. Connect all repositories. All repositories. Okay. Cursor was updated. Okay, so I think now we should be able to push direct. Good. All right, so that is good. So let's say cd backend. Let's see if our application is running. npm run dev. Hopefully it runs. Okay, it's running. That's very, very good. Then what else? I think yesterday I had it zoomed in like this because why not? So let's see. I want to make sure our database is running as well on Docker. Now another thing is I'm not gonna run the database now. I'm just gonna run the Docker. So I'll show you guys something that you guys don't all right, so the database is not running. It was active 16 hours ago. So let me show y'all. Bro, what's your LinkedIn? Let me follow you. Okay. My LinkedIn. LinkedIn. It's called Emmanuel Francis. I think that's my real name. I'm using my real name on there. Uh, mhm. Let me see who sent me. All right. Okay, so there you go, my brother. That's my profile right there. Yeah, bro, we got 30 connects, man. That's insane. That's dope. That's dope. We now got 30 connects, bro. All right, so that should do it for LinkedIn. So we're not gonna touch that for a second. Let me just come here. Ooh, so we're gonna open Postman. So we got Postman. Now let's try to make a request, right? See, we have error in the get all users controller. So error in get all users controller. And another thing is, as you can see, we have a database server. We cannot reach this database. As you guys can see, we cannot reach the databases because our database is not yet running. So I'm gonna have to be a little loud because the whole thing is noisy. But let's get it. All right, let's say cool. Now we're running, right? Now let's say it again. All right, so there you go. Now we can finally achieve get all our users from our database, which is interesting, right? Okay, so that's where we stopped yesterday. Here now we're getting the users. Here we're getting our users. Let me make sure if there's any console.log, y'all make sure you guys don't include it because in production, if you have console.log everywhere, people can just go to console and they can see whatever you did in the console. So always try to minimize console logs, bro. You only include them when you really want to debug something, and when you're done, just remove them. Yeah, I think that's the best way I can like best advice I can give you as a newbie to newbie, a noob to a noob. All right, so we yesterday we worked on. Let me recap. Let me recap for those who are not watching the stream yesterday. So for this stream or the previous stream, right? Matter of fact, before we even go ahead, today is day 40 of streaming every single day until we get a job. Look at the dedication, y'all. We've been streaming for 40 days straight. That's crazy, and we've been growing like nuts. Right now, it's 541 of you guys locked in from zero. Wow. So anyways, anybody who wasn't here, we're creating a skill swap application. That's a skill swap application where you swap skills. Let's say I know front end developer. I'm a front end developer, and you are a videographer. I don't want to pay you just the money of a videographer. I'm gonna teach you how to code, so we just swap the skill. I give you the front end dev knowledge. You give me the videographer knowledge. So that's the basis of the entire application. And we are building the backend so that when we go to the front end, we can have at least some uh, idea of how our front end will look like, because that's the best way to approach building applications. Always start with the back end if you can, though, because if you can also do front end, there's nothing wrong. But the back end always shapes the entire application to the point when you get to the front end. Now you won't have so many issues to worry about because your back end is tried and tested already. So it's just waiting for the client. All right. And another thing is easier to test the front end with Postman. I mean the back end with Postman than it is to test it with the actual front end. So I don't know, man. People's workflows are different. All right. So yesterday we created we did the create. Hold on, just give me a sec. We created the users controller, getting all users controller, and then we also created the getting a user by an ID. And here's the thing we learned, right? Because that's the best way to learn. Always recap and always just rehearse what you learned, not literally rehearse it and sit in your toilet thinking about it. No, just go through the entire application or whatever that you did and try to understand it. All right, so to recap, yesterday we created this get user by an ID. So this is a route, right? This is a route, and I think this is a controller rather. It's a controller, and we're passing it inside the user's route where we're having router dot get you user by an ID, right? Slash user with an ID, and this entire route is still being routed. This is like nested routing, is still being routed here to slash API slash users. So all the users, all the routes that belong to users are going to be created here, are going to be handled here. I think I'm making sense. All right. So that's the thing that we created, and then the next thing that we created was we started with the get. We started with getting our users from the database. So now we're using Prisma as the ORM, which is the object relational mapper, and then with the structuring, I mean, we're saying cons users, which is just a term that we're giving for our users, is equal to await Prisma.user. This is the actual schema that we created here, right? This is the schema user. So this schema user here is something that Prisma is giving us to use here. So we're going to say await Prisma.user.find many. If you are using something like Mongoose, it was going to be, you are just going to say await user.find unique, and or maybe find by ID, and then you just pass the ID. So you just choose what you're going to be working with. I just chose Prisma this time because I want to work with PostgreSQL, and now Postgres is running already on Docker, and yeah, that means we can just keep working for as long as the Docker is running. If we close the Docker, that means our database is going to be off. It's going to be sleeping. And later when we deploy it, I'll show you guys a trick so we don't have to get our stuff to be sleeping. All right. So now cons users equals await users.find many. I mean Prisma.find many. That is just to get all the users. You're not specifying which user, you just want to get all the users from the database. And if we don't have a user, then return with a status code of 400. So there are no users in your database. Makes sense. And then you can return this. If now you have users, if this one is true, I mean if this is false, then that means get return for us with the status code of 200. Say, hey, these are the users. Just give us the users rather than giving us another message. Now, in order to test that, we don't have to talk too much. Is here we just click this, and then boom, we've got the status code of 200, which is okay, and that means we have users in our database. All right, and then now we go and test the other, getting a user by ID, which is this one. And getting a user by an ID is quite a little bit complicated, but not too complicated, because depending on the route that we give it, if you can see here, we gave it the route of saying, hey, use this route here, because some people get confused. But here, since we're using our route as API slash users, there's no point of coming here again and saying API slash users. We just say slash. So it's going to take everything that we already had, which is API slash users slash. Now this dot, I mean, this is like colon user ID. It means get the user ID. Also make sure on the parameters or the params, we're going to be giving a user ID. Why is bro wearing sunglasses? Bro, it's just not sunglasses. Why are you crazy? These are not sunglasses, bro. All right, let me cook, man. These are not sunglasses, bro. Don't piss me off. We just started a stream, bro. These are not sunglasses, bro. This is to protect my eyes, bro, because you know sometimes my eyes get red because of these lights. So yeah, don't worry about the glasses. They look good anyways. My girl bought them for me, by the way. My girlfriend, my baby, she bought them for me. All right, so we got now the user ID. We're getting it from the parameters, and then we're saying get user controller. Now, if we go inside this, we're just gonna get this. All right, we're gonna open the controller here. So as you guys can see, we're saying the structure, the request, the params, right? The request parameters, the structure it and give us the user ID. All right. After that, now we're gonna say cons user, which is just a user. We can actually say cons whatever, anything depending on what we want, but we can just keep it so modular and say just user. All right. So check inside our Prisma, inside our database, and use Prisma to find unique. Right? It's find unique. That means find with a unique ID. A find unique could be, we can use anything. Like if the email is unique, then use the email, but let's just stick with the user ID, which is simpler for us, because here if we wanted something different like the email, we could just say email and structure it from this. But at the end of the day, we're going to use the user ID anyways, because we're using UUID inside our schema, right? So after that, after we say await.find unique where the user ID is equals to this, boom. Then if there's no user, say return a user not found. This is for user not found. And if this is false, if this is also false, that means we have a user. Then just give us the user. And after that, if all these ones are wrong or there are errors there, say then we just catch the errors here. Say error in the get user controller and error in the get user controller. This is just for you to debug, all right? And just try to limit putting console dot stuff among all your stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Uh, I'm not a rapper, my boy. I'm not a rapper for sure. All right, so let's say, for example, right, the reason why we are even using Prisma in the first place is not because we cannot write um, raw SQL, right? It's not like we cannot write raw SQL query, but as you can see, man, what's that? This stuff just gave it to us automatically. Not bad. So imagine if we're trying to get a user with raw SQL stuff. Now we don't even have to use this Prisma. We can just say, hey, from. We can just say from. Uh, no, not from. We can just start with select. I think I told you guys that stuff someday. All right, that's if you're using SQL. So I'm gonna say select. We could say all the tables. I mean, select everything in the table, right? But if this is unique, we can just say select user. Um, select user ID. Hold on, just select user ID, or maybe we can just say user ID, right? From user where the ID is equals to whatever. All right, that is just raw SQL, but we don't have time for that, so that's why we're using Prisma. All right, now you guys get the point. You guys get the point. So that's the get user ID. I mean get user route. So let's try it again. Here we have we have users that we created yesterday. So let's try to select this user and say, hey, let's test this. Get user by an ID, and it gives us the exact user, which is interesting, right? So we have everything. And yesterday, I think we stopped on. Did we complete the delete? No, we didn't go to delete. We didn't even go to update, where we're using patch, right? So this update user route, and we're using patch. I think the controller. Where's the route? Hold on, give me a sec. Let's see. Yep. So router.patch, and then we're also gonna need an ID. So we're gonna need an ID here in the parameters, and then we can just pass. We can update it here from the body by just passing in something different. All right. So we can update anything here. If we change the name to something, it should reflect. All right. So yeah, I think that is what we're gonna be working today. Enough of yapping. Let's get straight to it. Mm. Yeah. So I'm gonna take a second. Right, to say, bro, boys. Here's I have a very interesting story for y'all. Not a story time though, but we finally finished with uni. Yeah, year 2 though. We just got done with year 2, so we're starting year 3 in October. So we got done today with year 2. So from now on, bro, I'm free to do whatever the hell I want. What the hell is this? I'm free to do whatever the fuck I want, streaming every single day until we get a job. So while my peers are gonna be chilling, I'm gonna be grinding because I want to get a job. Get what I'm saying? So that's it. The next announcement is we got a little bit of we got something here for the dry for a little dry. You feel me? It's not anything for Didi, no Didi on this, but it smells so good. Nice LinkedIn profile, bro. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot, my brother. It means a lot to me, man. I don't really like. I don't know. The last time I checked my LinkedIn, I don't remember. I'll try to keep updating it. I want to make sure, like, I appeal to the employers, right? And again, my profile on LinkedIn, like, my profile picture is so unrelated to anything serious. All right, it just looks like some gangster just. So I need to take some cool picture. I need to take a cool picture in a suit, man. Gotta be professional, you feel me? Alright, so the next thing we're gonna be working on, let me see, we have the user route. And for some reason, we're not gonna test it now. Let's just work on the route and see how everything plays out. So yeah, let's see. Use our route and what else? Okay, let's check our schema, right? Matter of fact, before running to our schema, just give me a sec. I wanna visualize how my data looks now on Prisma npx Prisma Studio. Let's see how it looks on Prisma. All right, to install the following packages. Wait, why do we have some weird stuff? Wait, oh, sorry. CD backend, bro. And these are small mistakes that people make themselves. Like, all right, let's say Prisma Studio. Calm down. You forgot us when you be a big content creator. Will you forget us? No, bro. Why would I forget my day ones? Like, y'all made me. Y'all will make me. So I'll never, bro. And my thing is like this, bro. I'm humble to the brim. So I don't give a fuck. Give us a million people that we have. I still think like, bro, we still just with the day ones that we met, alright? I don't really care about anything like that, bro, for sure. I'm not that type, man. Which university course are you pursuing? Software engineering, comp sci, I think computer science. Obviously, we all into this shit for the money. Nobody should tell me lies. Oh, I'm passionate about this. Cap, bro. Cap, you want the money. You want the money. Stop capping. All right, so let's see. This is how we visualize our application. Let's go to Francis that we just created yesterday. So this skill array here is related to the user table, right? Because if we check our skill, we shall notice that there are two skills created. One entry level and the other one is empty, but we just have a user ID. That's because we had created some random user here that we need to delete actually. So speaking of that, I think we need to delete before we update. Yeah, that's what we need to do. We need to delete a user before we can update. And another thing is, since we're gonna be using the ID from the request body, then it's still gonna be the same thing as what we're having here. So let's see how we're gonna do it. Um cons user ID is equals to request dot user body dot user ID. Nope, it's supposed to be request dot body. Is let's see. Okay, that's on the request body. So const user ID is equals to request. So we need an async because we're gonna be dealing with the database, obviously. And instead of having this deletes a user, which is gonna remove this. Hold on, because we just created this one yesterday to test if the routes are working. Amen. So try catch, not truncate. We're just gonna try catch everything. And what's going on here? It's already giving us the entire code, man. When did I even ask for this? Here goes user ID from the request parameters. Oh, so we destructure the one that's coming from the request parameters. And then we say const user is equal to await prisma.user.delete where the ID is this. And then send this back. But we can still use the request body though. Why do we need the parameters? I'm not tripping. We can still use the one coming from the request body. So yeah, AI, I don't like your answer. Sometimes AI be giving you wrong stuff, bro. Yeah, pay attention. Yeah, just be on the lookout for that. So AI be tripping sometimes. Alright, seconds. We just destructure the user ID is equals to request dot body. Oh my god. Why did he just Jesus Christ, why did he complete this, bro? Wait, how can I disable this stuff? I need to disable this because this is annoying me now. This is starting to annoy me. Where's the fucking auto configure auto whatever? Boys, how do we disable this? Because Casa's doing too much now. It's annoying me. Somebody, hello, watching from India. Yo, what's good, bro? I want to disable this auto complete thing because it's annoying me. I just hate it, bro, because it makes you lazy and makes you stupid. It makes you stupid. So we're not gonna be clicking that. All right. Okay. So let's say request dot body. All right. We're gonna take it from the request body, and after that, we're gonna say, oh my god, bro, what's really going on? Hold on. Switch in your Vim. Your Vim is better. Let me just switch to this. Give me a second. Let me just use VS Code for now. This is annoying me, bro. I don't like this. It doesn't mean I don't like using AI, but I just hate it when it just like I can't even have any control. Now it's just doing everything every second, like doing too much, bro. Alright, it's doing too much. So this is a skill swap. Allow. All right, we're not doing anything in the front end today, bro. Front end, please relax. Front end is for girls, bro. I said what I said. If you're still stuck on doing front end, you're a female, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You're not a real man if you're doing front end, bro. I said what I say, bro. If you only do front end, man, you're a bitch. Big bitch. Excuse my French. Oh my god. I'm cussing too much. I pray there's no any fucking employer watching me though, because any HR watching me because you guys be doing too much. Like, yeah, you guys be doing too much. All right. So let's go. Wow. All right. Let's say try catch. All right. So we have an error. If we have an error, anyways, we go say console.error and we just say error in the delete controller. All right. I can just say delete user controller. I just like to keep everything like clear so I can make everything all right. So this is response.status or not state status, and then the status code is 500. If we have a problem, we need to return it. So now if it's a JSON, then we don't have to forget that. So we could send message, we could not send message, you could not. Okay, let's just send message. When the message could be error, the same just as error in the controller. And that should be it. So yeah, damn, for real, bro. All these guys that do front end, these guys look like females. Cause females are the ones that like shiny stuff, like things with colors, so many pink, so much violet, purple. Like you look sweet, bro. You look fruity. Fruity is the best word for you, my boy. If you like front end. I said what I said, bro. If you wanna attack me, go ahead. Yeah, man, front end is not real coding, bro. Yeah, front end is not. I hate front end engineers. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Joking, bro. Nobody should attack me from the front end squad. I love all you guys, bro. I feel like CSS is harder than Node.js, bro. CSS CSS is harder than Node.js. I promise you, if they didn't even like introduce, let's say, if they didn't introduce frameworks like Tailwind or like SCSS, I promise you, bro, the barrier to entry for like front end would be crazy. I'm telling you, my boys. If you tell somebody right now, create a raw animation in CSS, just a simple raw like rotation stuff, they're gonna stress. So yeah, but if it's like Tailwind, I mean, it's gonna be easy. So all right, now we try catch. We've corrected that. Then boom, let's see. Well, seconds. We just say user ID is equals to. We just get the request body dot. We just get the body because the structure the body and then just get the request, the structure the request body, and then get the user ID and say cons user. We could just say delete user, right? Can we just say user? All right, let's say await. I don't know what I'm saying, so just await, and we just say prisma. Now we don't have prisma. All right, so we gotta go import it. All right, import prisma from prisma, not prisma client. Is it? Nope, it's not that Prisma client. I think we have it somewhere. Yo, guys, is it Prisma client? Is it this one? It's not that one. It's not. It's from Prisma, like something like this. Dash dash. Yep. And oh god. Oh my god, bro. The noise, oh god. Alright, and Prisma. Don't forget the JS extension. Alright, so what's going on here? Alright, await Prisma dot user dot let's say delete and then where where we have an ID of a user ID. Okay. Not that. Where an ID is the same as user ID. Alright. So if that is true, if we don't have a user, say if we don't have a user, then we need to return from here a response dot status of 400 or my 404 say JSON, and bam, we're just gonna send them a message saying user not found, user with that ID not found. Anyways, we can just say user not found, and that should be it. User not found. Then I think that should be it, right? User not found. Or else, just if everything is okay, then we need to say response or status for 201 is for creating a new stuff, right? So that means we're not creating anything. We can just say JSON. All right, let's say message user deleted, right? Say user with this ID. Let's try to add some swag to it. Let's add some swag to it. All right, let's add some swag to it. Let's say user with this user ID. Okay, user with this user ID has been deleted. Okay, and then we can just add that user, right? And just user. Okay, I think we've just created the same user thing, right? Because let's see. Now let's test that delete controller, delete route. Hopefully it works. It's gonna work, bro. What you mean by hopefully? So let me first go back to getting users. Let me remove this. Let me get the users. Click. So we have all the users here. All right. So rather than using the request body, we could just use the params, right? So that we just have to pass the ID here, and we don't have to stress about doing it here. All right. So I think we can just change this to params, and then yeah, I think it's supposed to be params anyway. So say params. Let's see. Let's try it first with the parameter. Let's say we want to delete this user. So we're gonna first get this user to get it specifically. So this is the user that we have, and then we can just patch. If we say, if we put delete, we should delete this user. All right, error in the delete user controller. All right, let's change it back to body and let's see how that's gonna play. All right, then that means to test it, we gotta change everything here, and we're just gonna say user ID. This is going to be user ID. All right, and then we just pass that ID and let's delete it. All right, now we still have an issue. Oh, from here, sorry, just gotta remove this and okay, cannot delete. Yo, Depon saw it was good, my brother. All right, we have an issue, right? 404 not found. cannot delete API slash users. All right, if we have this user error in the, okay, for some reason we have an error. I don't know where that error is from. Let me check my console. Let's see. All right, let me check. Error in the delete controller. Invalid prisma dot user dot delete. How is it invalid? User dot delete. Where? Foreign key constraint violated. User ID foreign key. Or is it supposed to be just a user? Which programming languages do I know? Oh, you asking funny? Okay, okay. Yeah, y'all get to know each other, man. Y'all get to know each other, bro. My brothers. Y'all do the intros and shit like that. All right. So for some reason we okay. Why is this stuck like this? So let me see. First, we have an issue. Modern name, user constraint, skill, user ID. Ooh, okay. We are bound to make mistakes, brothers, but for some reason I hate the mistakes I'm making. They're so amateur mistakes. Let me try to study my entire code. Not entire code, but just my entire controller. Now we have error in the delete user controller. That means the error is somewhere here, right? That means it's just in how we are defining stuff. Meaning everything here might be correct except how we are defining it. So if we say get this user, I get this user, then this is the user. But if we're deleting that user, we're gonna say let's see how we're defining the control. I mean the route first. Let's go to route. Let's close it now. All right, so this is the patch. So it takes a user ID, just like the get user. See how we're defining it. Get user, we're getting this from the params. Oh, we're getting it from the params. Let's see params on the parameter. And then let's say delete user. Let me just try to run this again. Await prisma dot user dot delete. So user delegate prisma dot user dot delete. um this is delete, so it deletes it just deletes, right? So that should work, where id is equals to user id. User not found, and user with this id has been deleted, and give us that user. Then the problem is here, error in the delete user control. All right, let's say here we are getting this user, right, from the parameter, and we're showing it here. All right, now let's say we want to delete this user. Error in the delete user controller. Yo, what do I know? Not JavaScript, mainly Python. My boy knows Python, right? My boy knows Python, man. How good are you in Python, my boy? Oh my god. Okay, there's a request param. Let's go to the body. Let's say we want to delete this user ID, and delete. Oh, delete API slash user slash. All right. So for some reason we're stuck here, and I don't know why, but I'm not happy with. Okay, so foreign key constraint violated. All right, let's first check this. Let's check this Prisma. Just give me a second. Prisma docs. Mm-hmm. Already have a database. All right. So we have foreign key violation. Let's check foreign. Let's see. Default naming conventions for indices and constraints. Mm, ID. Because name of each constraint and index in the in the underlying database. Primary key. Hmm. Boys, are you guys with me, bro? Let's say setting up and you'll be able to you'll be swapping to Postgres database, so delete the migrations folder. Uh, Bro, I don't know how so much rubbish in here, bro. I don't know how this stuff just got so much dust, man. My mouse, it was getting stuck. Users to add new nodes to the database. So let's see. Where's the delete creature layer route? You a newbie? Yeah, we all noobs here, bro. Show me somebody who's a pro, man. That should show me a pro. We all noobs, man. We all learning every day, so nobody should tell you you ain't shit, my brother. You are shit, man. Except you are a little bit lazy. Okay. Cause so an ID Prisma will need to be updated to the latest. Oh god. For some reason, bro, our mouse is not really helping. Let me just use this. Um Alright, I'm not getting what I'm looking for. So it's safe to go to the big dog. Let's see. We have error in the delete controller, invalid Prisma user.delete invocation, foreign key constraint violated, skill user ID foreign key. So, matter of fact, I don't like using ChatGPT for explanations. So let me use Grok. I feel like ChatGPT it gives you generic stuff, but I like Grok. It goes in depth. But same, well, uh, well, ID same make mistakes. What do you mean by that? First, yo, what's good, bro? Elaborate, my brother. Okay, so Grok. Let's make sure everything. Bro, yesterday this stuff got broken on us, bro. It's crazy. Hey, could you explain to me why my delete controller is not working? All right, let's give it that, and let's try to go and give it a delete controller. Hopefully, it knows what to do. All right. Somebody said, don't try to copy out of tutorials. Just learn, understand, and test in multiple projects. For real, the more you fail, the more you learn. And that's a fact. Big facts, bro. Now, look, bro, I've literally passed Flutter, but I haven't even understood anything of Flutter up to now. So that's something I wouldn't encourage anyone to do, bro. You guys should just focus. The errors you're encountering indicate two distinct issues with your delete user control. Let's break them down and address each one. The syntax error. unexpected token. The error occurred because of the syntax issue in your this. So we have this where where okay, the issue is incorrect use of dot followed by parenthesis. Wait, I have a dot followed by parenthesis. No, this AI just creating anything. I didn't create that. I didn't put that, bro. Am I that blind, bro? I don't have any delete here. Any? Can you guys spot something? Nah, it's just creating its own stuff, right? Hmm. You said, bro, I'm literally admiring you. Your consistency and discipline. That's great, man. I'm sticking to Emmanuel. My boy said me, Carl Lover, bro. What the fuck? First, look at your name is Carl Lover. Which car do you love, bro? I think you're consistently loving cars. Word on the street is you count the number of cars every day that pass near your house, bro. God, that's crazy. Man, thank you, my boy. Thank you, man. We consistent like crazy. You feel what I'm saying? Let's see. The dot creates a create method of deletion or whatever. Fix the line should be this where ID is this ID. And that's it. The syntax error caused by your application to crash initially because the alright, I think that should be now the next one is foreign key violation P003. The second error would code this indicates that the deletion of a user record is failing due to a foreign key constraint violation on the skill user ID skill constraint. This means that there are records in the skill table that reference the user you're trying to delete, preventing the deletion because of the referential integrity. Ooh, facts. Facts. So we got this user. If we go to the user table, my bad. Let me close it out. If we go to the user table, what's going on here? Prisma client. I think we need to run Prisma stuff again. Alright, I think we need to run. Alright, let's say cd backend. God, what am I saying? Cd backend. Whoa. What the fuck? What's this? Alright, let's skill swap cd backend. Clear this. Then let's say npx Prisma Studio. Let's run it one more time. Hopefully everything is okay. Yeah, everything is okay. If we click this and go to user, so we have a user here. This is the user we actually want to delete. This one in the middle. Yep, this is the one we want to delete. But for some reason, it created this same user ID. I mean, we had created earlier this skill, right? So if we come here, this is skill under skills. Can we find skills? All right, under skill, this user that we want to remove has a skill. All right, has a user ID under the skill. So this user is referencing this skill table. I mean, yeah, table. It's table. So it's referencing this user. Love. Okay, have a good one. It's referencing this skill, so that means in order for us to delete it, we gotta remove the user ID from here as well. So how are we gonna approach that? Let's see how Grok explains it. All right, so constraint. This means that there are records in the skill table that reference the user you're trying to delete, preventing the deletion because of referential integrity. Why this happening? Your database schema, the skill table likely has a foreign key column user ID that references the ID column of the user table. By default, Prisma and most databases enforces foreign key constraints, meaning you cannot delete a user if their skill records are pointing to the user's ID. This is to prevent all orphan records in the skill table. How do you guys say orphan, bro? Like that's some human being. That's crazy. Bro, we're just starting and we're already thirsty, bro. Crazy. Hello? Yo, I'm good. How are you? Uh huh. Bro, what did we talk about? The thing is still the time when they're sending it, then I'll tell you. It's this. No, 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 no. You what the stuff that we have there on the contract is always what? Not day three of yeah, day three of every new month. So day three of every new month, that's when I'm giving you the stuff. So you come and get the 300 on day three to day four. It depends. If it comes on day three, you'll get it. If it comes on day four, I'll give it to you that day. Yeah, yeah, three or four, one of those two. I'll just call you. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, my boys. All right. So we're trying to go crazy. Oh, we're trying to go crazy, bro. Feel what I'm saying? So we have okay, cool. To prevent orphaned what? Where did we stop? Where did we stop with the reading? Orphaned records in the skill table. Now, how to fix the foreign key constraint issue? You have a few options to handle this. Delete related skill records first. Cascading delete. Matter of fact, it should have you can explicitly delete all the skill records associated with the user before deleting the user. Update your delete user controller to handle this. So this was gonna happen. Delete all the skills records associated with the user. Prisma.skill.delete many. Now delete the skill. So couldn't we just include it in our stuff? Wait, why do we have this as a params? Anyways, it's cool. Um Wait, this is the request params. So get the user ID that is inside the request parameter, and then from there user to delete where the user ID is the same as this. Okay, fine. Or we could just place it inside. I'm just starting I'm just starting with tech. I'm trying to apply it to my trade, so I know about a bit about HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Yeah, I think. Wait, what do you mean your trade? You do trading? You do day trading? Delete all skill records associated with the user. Await Prisma dot skill dot delete. So we gotta delete all the. Okay, we gotta delete all the skills related to them, or we can just create the cascade delete thing. Which one? Which one should we go with? User with this user ID has been deleted. All right. Here, skill deletes all skill records where the user ID matches the user being uh, deleted. After that, the user can be safely deleted. Cascade deletion in the Prisma schema. I think that's what we can rather than doing it like by ourselves, right? So we're gonna say user, and since this is a reference on delete cascade. This is simple. This one just deletes everything, so we don't have to stress about doing it again in the user stuff. So yeah, we're just gonna say this is referencing the user ID, and the reference is the ID, which is this, and on delete cascade, right? So on delete cascade ensures that when a user is deleted, all related skill records are automatically deleted by the database after updating npx prisma migrate to apply the changes. Okay, and then that means we won't have to stress about doing it again. We shall just I think this one makes more sense. So let's go ahead and update our prisma schema. Let me just open the Prisma schema. Give me a second. Oh, where's the schema? This is schema. Then the relation where we have the relation with the skill. So this is it, right? Skill, we're referencing the user ID. Fields user ID is user skills, where we also, the field should be user ID, and then the reference is the ID. And we're gonna have on delete, we're gonna have cascade. For some reason we have an error. The line is not a valid. Wait, error. This line is not valid field or attribute definition according to our attribute definition. Oh, wait, on delete cascade, right? Wait, relation invalid referential action cascade. Wait a minute. So this is a user ID. Give it a sec. Okay, user. We're getting the user from this user table. Relation is user skills, fields, user ID, reference. On delete, why is cascade not there? Like, let's say type. What do we have here? Can we say cascade? All right, fix using Copilot. Let's just save ourselves stress. See why this is not working. Did not. Oh, okay. Copilot also tripping. Why do you guys? Why the glasses, bro? You smoke ganja? Ganja. Nah, I don't smoke, bro. I'm good. I'm just chilling. So, wow. Let's see. The glasses for my eyes, bro. Gotta protect my eyes. Even the swap request, we gotta have on delete cascade. So we could say field. Which one? We could say. Wait, let me just keep it as cascade, and I'm gonna see. I'm gonna just ask AI why we don't. Why is it error? The line is not a valid field or attribute definition. It's not a valid field or attribute definition. Okay, let's see. First, we have. All right, that is a problem. So ChatGPT is good at like identifying what we are talking about, right? Why is the cascade saying error validating, not cascading, validating the line is not a valid field or attribute definition. I'm trying to delete, man. I'm trying to delete this stuff. This issue is part of your Prisma schema. Problem is incorrect syntax. Prisma expects on delete to be used without parentheses. Bro, I did it right now without parentheses, and it still gave us the same thing. You see? Cascade. Oh, cascade should be capitalized. Okay, so it should be. Gosh. All right, on delete, cascade. Okay. All right. So now you guys can see how we learn, bro. Now I've learned this issue, and at the same time, we also anywhere where we have a relationship and where we need a user. Like let's say, for example, if we delete a user, it should also delete the swap request, right? Also should delete the from the sender, and we should delete from anything that has a reference to the user ID. We need to delete them. So let's say on delete, we need to cascade this. Cascade. Also here on delete, we need to cascade it. All right, I think everything should be good, so we can just say npx prisma. So for now, let me kill this prisma, and let me say npx prisma migrate dev. This is not init anymore. This is like we can say which name, bro? Yeah, should give me a name for that. What should be the name for this migration? Say users cascade on delete. Just gonna call it that, bro. All right, users cascade on delete. So now if we run npx prisma studio, we should see our stuff running again one more time, and then let's see. Okay, our database is still running. It's running on Docker. That's good. All right, let's come here and let's go back to our controller, and our controller should work, right? Let's just kill the server. Npm run dev. All right, so let's kill this. Just give it a sec. Close this. We've changed the schema, so now we don't even have to stress, right? What? Okay, that should be command B. We already understood. So the thing that we just did right now with the cascade, right? It means if we delete this user, and notice we have a skill here. So if we delete this user, it will also cascade or delete the rest, anything that has to do with the user, to remove it. All right, it's more like, hey, I'm chasing you out of the house and pick your clothes, anything, even your boxers. Don't leave them in my house. Don't leave your boxers in the house, bro. That's so sad. That's the saddest. That's the saddest way you can get kicked out, dog. Okay, that's it. That's it. It's a very rough example. All right, let's keep this open. Let's just bring it down a little bit. Okay, let's make sure everything works. So let's go back and say get users. I'm just gonna remove this all. I'm gonna say boom, make sure it works. Okay, now this is the user we want to remove, the one that has this ID. Let's select that ID, put it right here, and then get it. So it must give us this exact ID. All right, then from there we can actually pass the same ID, right? From since we're passing it from the request params, then we don't need a body. What am I doing? Since we're passing it from the request params, we can just comment that out. And now if we refresh again, we're gonna get, wait, why are we getting a bad request? Wait, why are we getting a bad request? We're searching for a user using the request params. Okay, let's get all users. Give it a sec. Okay, for some reason we have a specific problem. That means we don't even need this though, because if we do it like this, then all right, it's going to run. And if we drop this, okay, so just having random stuff here was the one affecting it. Okay, what's going on here, bro? I hate it when we have just the whole console messed up like this. So let's run it one more time. All right, now let's try our delete route. Let's go to delete, and we delete this user from this request params. Let's see, hopefully bam. So this user with this user ID, bam, has been deleted, and now we have that user gone. So that user is gone. User with this ID, wait, user with this ID has been deleted. So we deleted this user. Interesting. And if we go here and search for users with this user not found, because we already deleted the user. Boys, now application is coming to life, bro. You guys won't believe our application coming to life. All right, if we search now, we must be having 2 users. Interesting. Then we can go here and then create a new user. So if we can create a new user, it's a post request user this, and we just need this body thing. Now, how to create a user? We're gonna need this. We're gonna need this exact thing that's going on here. We need a name. So we need a name, and then we can just say Emmanuel. Okay, I've used Emmanuel a lot, so let me just say filthy, and we need email. Email should be unique, shouldn't be the same. So if I try to put the same email right now, to tell me the same email exists. So let's try it anyway. So let's try it to see if it works. Gamma filthy at gmail.com, and what else? Password. All right, the password can be anything. We can have even gamma filthy, but password, let's try to make it different. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Just keep it like that. Although later, if we try to implement JWTs, we can make the password to be encrypted, right, or hashed. So bio, we can have bio as null. Really, I don't mind having bio as null, but let's just put it. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. Just keep the bio like that, and then we either need a skill or we don't. We can add a skill or we cannot. It depends. So I'm not gonna add a skill, so I'm just gonna keep it like this. All right, so we're gonna say bam. All right, so name, email, password, and skills are required. All right, man, that means we need a skill. Adding a skill is gonna just stress us, bro. I feel like the ones which are required should be the name and stuff, but if we need a skill, it is what it is. Let's just add it. So we're gonna have a skill. It should be skills, right? And we're just gonna have this. I think it's supposed to be an array of skills, and here the first one can be name of the skill. Still need this name of the skill. We can just say gamma. We just need gamma, and then the level, I'm just gonna say expert. Expert gamma. Okay, that should be okay. So let's say bam. You see that? So we've tried that. A user with this email already exists. So as you guys can see, we already have that user with that email address. If we check, we have gamma filter here, so we cannot add this email again. Which is dope, because let's check the create user route. So as you guys can see, we have the create user route here. Just give it a sec. This is the thing. This is the error code. If error code is the same as this, then Prisma unique constraint fail, and the user with this email already exists. So we can, if we want to understand more, right, we can say get us all the error codes for Prisma, and then we can just jot them down. That's if we want to keep using Prisma. Wait, summarize. Bro, I can't even spell things, bro. Summarize. Okay. Summarize. Huh? Bro, I can't even. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it like that. For me, all the common error codes for Prisma. For Prisma, I'm just gonna get them like this so I can just screenshot them and keep them with me. So as it's generating the error codes, we already know that okay, the same email will result into an error because it's already in the database since we want it as unique. But if we don't put it as unique, then we can just create two of them the same. All right, instead of gamma filthy, we're just gonna say gamma filthy 123. We gamma filthy 123, and then that should be it. If we go to post and click, boom, we've created this user. So as you can see, we've created this user. The ID is there, the user created successfully, and then this is the user ID, this is the email, this is the password, the BIOS, let's have fun, created at this time, and the skills as follows. We have the ID for the skill, we have the name as gamer, expert, level, and then we have the user ID that's related to this exact skill. All right, so I think that should be it. If we go to test now all the users, we should have three users. We should have the first user, Emmanuel, the second one, Francis, the third one, Filthy, and on and on and so on and so on and so forth. So yeah, I think the create user route works and delete user works, remaining updating a user. So how are we going to update a user? That's what we're gonna be working on in a second. So as you guys can see, all these ones depend on the user ID except getting all users and creating a user. Those are the only things that don't depend on you having a user ID. The reason being, we just destructuring the request body and we're taking things from the user from the user, right? We're asking them for the name, for the email, for the password, or the bio, the skills, and we also need, if you guys can pay attention to our schema, we also need a lot. We need like we need a skill, a swap request. We need a swap request, and we need a swap request, and then the swap request goes. Sorry, the swap request goes like this: the sender, which is a user. Like right now, this Emmanuel can send a swap request to this Francis, right? So with the field sender ID, so yeah, we need a sender ID, and the reference is the ID, which is a sender ID, sender ID's ID. Oh my god! And then the sender ID, we need a sender ID as a string to send it, and we need a receiver ID, and then skills offered in form of a string, and the skills wanted status can be pending, can be accepted, can be rejected, and yeah, I think that should be it for the users and stuff for now. So let's think about updating. For the user, we can keep adding on it, so no worries at all. So we done with this. So let me just make it easy. Let me say, I like to document everything on mine. All right, so gets all the route that gets all users, route that gets all users, and copy this. And this is a route that gets a user by an ID, by the user ID is be specific. All right, and actually, instead of putting just a route, we're gonna say a get request route. Get we can just say get. Okay, we can just say get request route that gets all users. Then this is also a get request as well. So a get request route that gets a user by an ID, and then this is a post request route that gets a user by an ID. No, that creates a user, a post request route that creates a user. That should be okay like this. That creates a user. Okay, and then the other one is we can drop this and say it's a patch or update, right? It's a patch request route that updates a user by the user ID, and then the last one is delete, right? Delete request route that deletes a user by the user ID, by the ID. I think, yeah, now everything is well documented, everything is clear, everything can be readable, anybody can understand what we have going on. And yeah, so the next thing to do is we gotta do the updating. We already did the deleting, we already did the getting user creating, and now the last one should be the patch, which is the update, right? All right, so command B, let's get to the updating. All right, now how do we update a user? First of all, we're gonna need an ID that's coming from the IDs. Bro, all the things about errors, they will always be the same. I'm not gonna lie. So first, let's keep it like this. I think the delete route, did we? Okay, error in the delete route. So all the error messages are always gonna be the same, right? Let's just copy this and go back here. Command B. All right, we're gonna have a try catch block, and inside this try catch, inside the error, we're gonna have that. So let's say async. All right, so now we have that going on. Error in the update user controller. Okay, update user controller, and also here the error is in the update user control. All right, now we should be good to go. Then we can just go inside the try here, say const user. We need to get the user ID first. Say user ID. We need to get it from the params, right? Is equals to request dot body dot params. No. Oh my god. Request dot params. Right. We need to get the user ID from there. So we'll say const user is equals to await prisma. This is correct, and then let's just go here .js prisma dot update. Okay, we don't have, for some reason we don't have update, right? Dot patch. Oh, user, oh my god, dot update. So we can update, and we need where user ID is the same as the user ID. All right, then now we can just update the user from there. Now we say if we don't have a user, then return a response dot status of 44.json. Okay, if it's a JSON, then don't forget to turn it into an object. Then you say user not found. Okay, user not found. And if there's a user, then go ahead and tell us response the status for 200.json. We say we can either give it a message, or we can, okay, let's give it a message, because obviously Why not? So we'll say message user updated successfully. All right, and then we can just call the user here. Now, another thing we gotta pay attention to here, I don't want to include the ID of the user that has been deleted. So we're just gonna say user deleted successfully. So let's keep it like that. User deleted successfully. All right, I'm just gonna keep it like that. Let's go to the update. Yep. So I think now we should be good to go. If we just try to update the name from filthy, we just change it to rich. It should be working because we're gonna be taking the ID from the parameter here. So let's say we want to get this user. Right. Let's say we want this user. Say call get this user. If we get this user, it should show us this filthy. And let's say we want to update something from filthy here. Right, let's say we want to update something from filthy. First, before I do anything, I want to copy this and just put it in my Notion so I don't have to look at it all the time. This is just for creating a user. Matter of fact, not even inside the Notion, because why do I have to go up to the Notion when I just have my code here inside the create user? I can just come here and say can just just have this. Okay, I can have something like this, and then let me just say this is the this is the test for creating user. Then I just drop this here. I'm just gonna leave it like that. All right, so why do we have to do this? All right, we're just gonna keep it like this, my brothers. And yeah, so I don't have to keep doing this here. So if I do this, we get this same user. Now let's try to update the user and see if we can update the user. Let's say we go to here, getting the user from this user is equals to this, you get the user ID. So we're supposed to update it with patch. It's actually supposed to be the request body though. I don't know. Let's just try to do that. And I'm gonna copy this, and then I'm gonna delete everything and drop this here, except we have to just update not its ID. We're just gonna update, we're gonna say not user. What are we updating actually? We're just updating the name. I just want to update the word. I just want to update the name though. Yeah, so that means if we want to take the name, we're gonna say take the name. Okay, for some reason I'm kind of confused, but it is what it is. Let's just say name. We want to change this guy's name. We want to patch that guy's name from filthy. We want to change it to rich. All right, let's see. Let's try it and see if it's gonna work. Send this error in the update user controller. Okay, that was expected anyways, because we have a problem that we need to address. So that means user is because I with this. Now I want to get the things that I want to update, right? So let me say say get cons, the structure, the name, name, email, password, bio, and skills from request dot body. So let's try to reason, guys. So this is what we're doing. We're getting the name, the email, the password, not password, password from the request body, and from there we're saying saying if, oh my god, not ID again. If we don't have the name and we don't have the email, or we don't have the password, or we don't have the bio. But bio is not a must though, so we can leave the bio out. We don't even need to. We can leave it null later, but I don't know. It's just included there. But bio is not a must really. And skills. Now another thing for the skills, we need to keep this as an array. Okay, we're just gonna say this is array dot is array, and so we have that. Then we need to return a response status 400 .json. If it's JSON, obviously we need this message, and then we're gonna say please, okay, let's just say name, email, password, password and skills are required. We can just say required like that, something like that. All right, and if now we have those ones in place, then we can go ahead and update it, right? But how are we updating it? Okay, let's pick some knowledge from the create user. Let's go here. Okay, this is what we're doing with destructuring the request body. Okay, then we're saying await user.create. So that's what's going on, and we can say update. Then well, okay, so just like we did here, we're just gonna update the data, not again doing. Okay, fine. So let's go to update, and we're just gonna update the data. We're just gonna update the data, right? So let's say data. Okay, then from there we're gonna update the name, we're gonna update the email, I'm gonna update the password. We can update the bio, but the bio can be null. It can be null. It can be an empty string or null. Right? Just keep it like that. I don't know. So since we didn't include the bio somewhere here, hold on, we check. Yeah, but we can say it's still null anyway. So let's say, let me just put this like this. So here for the bio can be null for sure. Can be bio or it can be null. Can be null really. That's not gonna be our problem. And then the skills. This is where we need to now map. We need the skills, and we're gonna have create skills. This is gonna be create. We're not. Are we really? Are we really gonna map through anything? God, I'm kind of confused right now. So skills, create, and then the skills dot map, and then that's it. What the fuck? Okay, not bad. Oh my god. So we're gonna have this, and then yep, and then we can have create. Sorry, then we can have skills dot map, and we're gonna have this as skill, and it's gonna be uh, we're gonna have name, and then we're just gonna have skill dot name. Then we can have level, then we can have skill dot level, and that's it. I think these are the things we can update right now, right? So why do we need the user ID here? So can I know why we have a user ID here? So okay, this includes the skills should be true, includes skills true. Now, why do we need a user ID though? Because I don't know, we just updating. I think we can just say ID. I just say ID should be user ID. All right, let's just try it like that. If it works, it works. If it fails, we shall always try to fix it. Okay, so this we just say include skills, and yeah, hold on. Skills include skills true. All right, I think now that should work, right? If it doesn't, then we shall try to debug why. Okay, so let's see just that. Let's go here, and let's start from this. Let's say get this user. So this is the filthy dude. This is a filthy thing. A filthy thing is great. All right, now let's see. So that means we need to. Does it mean these ones are like a must? No, 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 no. If we're updating though, if we are just updating, why do we need to say they are required? If we're just updating something, I doubt if something should be required. Boys, I don't know if I'm just mistaken, bro, but something doesn't add up right now. Something doesn't add up. If we're just deleting, why do we need to say that required? Because I mean, if we're updating, it's more like saying, hey, if you update this, then don't do this. I don't know. I don't know. Let's try it again. Let's try the patch. Oh my god. Let's just try to change the name to that. Error. Okay. Now that's where we can go to the big man and say, hey, I'm trying to update up update a user's details. Check where I went wrong, and correct me. What the fuck is this? All right, wrong and correct me. Precisely. I don't like AI talking too much, so let's just say precisely. And another thing is, these are the error codes that we got. miscellaneous. So connection string. Okay, so query engine errors. Value too long for the column. Truncate the input or increase DB column length. Unique constraint failed. Email or other unique field is duplicated. Foreign key constraint failed. You're referencing a record that doesn't exist. DB constraint violation. Violates DB constraints like not null or check. Then record not found. Trying to update delete a record that doesn't exist. Alright, that should be it for that. I'm not gonna waste time there for sure. You're very close, but here are the key issues with the update. Um, use where to specify which user to update. Wrong. ID should be passed to where, not data. So that is it. Adding new skills without handling existing ones. Or constraint issues. If user already has skills, Prisma will throw a foreign key violation unless you first delete or update them. Alright, so let's say validate the input here if needed. Delete old ones. Optional. This is a request params. I'm very close for sure. Where an ID is because the user ID includes skills true. Ensures no duplication. So I want to ask, I want to find out if you want to update existing or create if missing, you can use set, update or upsert instead of create. If you want that version too. Optional but depending on the logic. Validate input here if needed. So on the request body, on the request params. So get the user ID from the request params and then destructure these things from the request body. So that means we are getting the input, right? If we try to understand this clearly, we are actually we are we are actually updating according to what the user has provided, but we're getting the ID of the user to update from the user from the request params. Okay, we're almost there though. Let me check. Jeez. Yep, we're almost there. And I don't know why we need these skills like if email this doesn't exist and whatever, because you can choose what you want to update. It's not like it's a must for somebody to put rules there like, hey, you only have to update this. So yeah, I think for the user ID we're just gonna remove it from here and we only gotta include it with a where clause, right? Where ID is equals to the user ID. All right, and then that's it. I think now this should work. Hopefully it should work. Hopefully it works though. Let's go. Let's say name. We still have a problem. Why do we have a problem? Why do we have a problem? Because then we haven't updated these skills and stuff. What if I just want to update the name? Because I don't know. I don't know if that should be even like. Oh God. Okay, so this is the user who go to get requests. Let's get this. It should give us this user. Now, what if we want to update just the password? Wait, let me just turn off the skills for now. Just give me a second. Let me first input these skills. All right, let me just keep it like that for now. So we're still getting that, and let's go to post request, and let's say name. Say I want. Matter of fact, let's say I just want to update only the name. I just want to update the name only. So we can go to post patch. Error in the update controller. For some reason, it's still giving us errors. So It's still giving me errors. So I'll change only the name, but I have the freedom to update any other parameter, any other field of my choice, and have not have to include everything, not have to update everything. So let's see. Mm. Uh, what was the critical mistake in this line? ID. You nesting user ID inside an object with Prisma does not expect. Prisma expects where ID is user ID. Oh Jesus. Minimal version. If name. Hmm. How is this minimal version when there's 1 million ifs here? No. So let's see. We have an object here. Instead, it should be user ID rather than having a different object again. All right, let's say we update this. Good. So we've changed the name to that. All right, let's get user. Now the name is Rich now. You see? Ooh. We can actually include the skills back though. I don't know if these skills will be required. Oh yeah, they're not required because we don't have an if statement that is restricting that. So yeah. So let's say I want to update the name to it's already Rich. Okay, let's say I want to update it to filthy rich, and then I just want to also update. I want to update the skill, right? Remember the skill. First, let me check what we have now. Prisma. Let me just update. Let me search this. I like coding. Then there is this guy whose name has now been changed to Rich, and he has a skill. What is his skill? He has is a gamer, and his skill is expert level. So let's say we want to change his skill level from expert. Let's say I registered it by mistake. So I want to change it to like, I think I'm entry level when it comes to gaming. So let's go and do that. All right, let's do that. Let's say that means we need the whole skills section. Skills, and we're gonna need an array, and we're gonna say name. Can we change the name? No, we just want to change the level. We want to change the level, and want to change it to entry. Oh, let's just say begin, and let's patch that. Let's update that. Okay, error now in the controller because this is what we provided. So for some reason, the skills is required. So if it's for some reason the skills required, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. Let's try to think through this map. Oh my god. This is how I almost make mistakes, bro. Okay. Let's try to think through this. We are trying to update the skill. Error in the update controller. Internal server error. Alright. So let's see. All right. Error in the update user controller. God. So, oh my God, I'm kind of confused now. Okay, skills. Let's try to update that. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Let's try to pass in a name as well, if it will allow us. I'm just gonna change it to gamer to, let's just say video game. Say video gamer, and let's let's patch that. So for some reason it has changed. It has updated. User updated successfully with these skills. The ID gamma expert has been changed to this. So if we come here to let's try to check now. It has just added it now. It has added it as another skill. Instead of updating the skill, it has added it as another skill. Yeah, now we have a problem. Now we have a problem. I'm not gonna lie. We have a problem, literally. So I'm gonna say this code I expected to update a user. I expected to update a user info even with the skills as well. But for some reason it ended oh my god ended up adding the intended intended update as a new skill on its own rather than updating the previous. See where I went wrong and correct me. All right, we're learning, bro. We're learning like crazy. Give me a sec, boys. Okay. Oh my god. So the problem is with this part of your code. I knew it. That was the problem actually. What's going on with my mouse, bro? Okay. Yeah, my mouse is not working anymore. I don't know why. All right. You're telling Prisma to always create new skills even when they already exist. So if you're updating level or name of an existing skill, Prisma just adds a new row. It does not update the existing one. You need to either delete existing skills first, then recreate, which you had in a previous version, or use Upsert to update skills if they exist or create them otherwise. Recommend Recommended for this case. But since skills have a unique ID and the incoming skills probably include those IDs, just name level. The only safe way without IDs is to full replace delete plus create. This assumes you're replacing all skills. Remove all the skills. No, we're not updating. This prevents duplication and keeps it clean. But if you want to pass skill updates, go with the second option. Proper upsert per skill if you receive IDs. This requires each skill object in request of body the skills to include its ID. Then you're gonna say absurd skills.map where ID it shouldn't be invalid, won't match for new ones. Invalid ID. Wow, be careful, Prisma will error if ID is missing and where doesn't match anything. Surface cleaners. This is delete plus recreate. So this is the surface plus the cleaners. Okay, let's try to see the surface and the cleaners that it has chosen. Cons update data is empty. Create an empty hash map or an empty array or whatever, an empty object. If name update data dot name is equals to name, password if array that is array skills await prisma that delete many where ID is this. I think we should just go with this one, bro. Feel like we can go with this one. Right? Let me know if your skills arrays include IDs. I can help you implement partial updates per skill. Oh my god, my eyes hot, bro. Oh, my eyes hot, dog. Shit, bro. These glasses are so good, bro. Glasses are so good. I can look at the screen for hours without flinching. Alright, let's see. Alright, let me know if your skill array includes IDs. I think our every let's check the schema. Oof. So every skill has that ID. Oh god, why am I yawning like that? This is my schema. So it should understand from there. Thanks for sharing your schema. So well structured based on the schema and your earlier goal. You want to update a you want to update user fields like name or bio and update skills or add new ones without duplicating skills or always deleting them. Alright. In your current code, you're doing skills is always create a new skill. Even if a similar one already exists because you are not referencing the ID. Solution. Use Upsert. Update if exists, create if not. Good. So that's it. Absurd. Upsert. Update and insert. That's why the name is called Upsert. Okay. Alright, then the skill model uses ID as the primary key. So for Upsert to work, the client records of both of the skills. Because of both of the skills must include the ID of each skill you want to update. If there's no ID, treat it as a new skill. Then this is the updated controller using Upsert. So this is what's going on. We get with the structure, we pick out the name, email, and stuff from the request body and the skills. Then we get the user ID from the request params, which is what we're already doing. And we just say cons. So I don't know. Let's just give this code to Grok. Let's explain this code like in a very clean way. Explain this code in a very clean way. Like you talking to a new beginner teenager. Alright. Let's understand that now. Breakdown is a super simple way of sent to a friend who's just starting to learn code. Who's just starting to learn coding. The Code is a controller in a Node.js backend application that updates the user information and database using something called Prism. Think of a tool that helps to talk to a database easily. The goal here is to let someone update details like a username, email, password, bio, all skills. What's happening in the code? The code is a part of a web server that handles a request to update a user's information. Imagine a website where you can edit your profile, maybe change your name, update, or add a new skill, or add new skills. This code makes that happen on the server. Let's go step by step. Important Prisma. This line brings a tool called Prisma, which helps you talk to the database like a storage room for user info. Like grabbing a phone to call the database and ask it to to save a page and stuff. So yeah, this is crazy. Okay, so defining the update user function. Update user async. What does it create a function called update user, like a receive for updating? Okay, I think I understand this. In the try catch, what does this part of the section do? Okay, getting data from the request. Cool. Think of it like trying to bake a cake but having a plan in case the oven breaks. Okay, that is cool. So request.body is like the form a user submits with their name info, like name, email, or whatever. We pull out the name, the email, the password, bio, and skills from it. Now, request.params has the user ID, which tells us which user we are updating, like their unique ID number. Think of it like opening a letter request body to read what new info the user sent. Okay. And checking the address, user ID to know who it is for. Okay. Wow. Now creating an object to store updates. Okay. Now this looks like the hash map that we did in Python. I don't know, but I just have a feeling. So if we're creating an empty object, what does this create? This creates an empty object, an empty box, update data, where we'll put only the things the user wants to change. So exactly, this is what I needed to understand. This is the update data and it's an empty object. So define an empty object and it creates a box, an empty box where we'll put only the things that the user wants to change. Why? We don't want to update everything, just what the user sent. Maybe they only change their name. Oh, so that's not good. Adding fields to update. If name, okay, update data dot name is equals to name. If is the email and update data dot email, then it's equals to name. Then the password and if bio or is undefined, then update data dot bio is equals to bio. What it does, these lines check if the user sent a new name, email, password, and if they did, we add it to our update data box. Update data box. Why? Check if the user. Why check? If the user didn't send a new name, email, name is undefined, we skip it. If we don't, accidentally erase their old name. We skip it so we don't accidentally erase their old name. All right. Special note for bio, we check bio we check bio if it's not equal to an undefined, because bio might be an empty string like that, and we still want to allow that. Think of it only packing the items the user wants to change into our update box. Now, handling skills. This is what we need to understand better. If the array, okay, I know this part. If we have the skills, then update data skills, upsert skills.map, where id is skill, id is skill.id. If id exists, try to update. Invalid id. Update name.d create skill. Oh, so rather than what if I say update skill name and skill languages. Or if I just say update skill dot name rather than create. I don't know, but let's just keep it like that. So we have name, skill dot name, level, skill dot level, user, connect, ID, user ID. Okay, so this part handles updating or adding skills like JavaScript or Piano for the user. Step by step, checks if the skills are list, looks through each skill in the list and creates instructions for Prisma. For each skill, we use Upsert, short for update or insert. Upsert, crazy. Well, ID, skill ID is that okay. If the skill has an ID, we try to find it in the database. If no ID is provided, skill.id is undefined. Invalid ID. So we use invalid ID. It won't match anything. So Prisma will create a new skill instead. If the skill exists, update its name and level. Create if the skill doesn't exist and create a new one with the given link it to the user using user connect and stuff. Think of it like checking if the skill is already in the user's profile. If it is, update it. If it's new, and add it to say this is a skill belongs to this user. Now updating the user in the database. Wait, user dot prism dot user dot update where user ID. Then the data is update data include skills true. Okay. Find this user, update their info with the box of changes and give them. Alright, so I think that should be it. Damn, I've really done a lot of like reading and stuff. So that should do it. Now we need to go and implement what we just read, right? It's almost like the same, really. We just have to clean up the things that we made. So bro, updating is not easy like this, bro. I thought it was just easy, dog. So we get this request and stuff. Then okay, so now this is where we gotta say cons update. Say update data is equals to an empty object, and then we say if name update dot data dot name, then assign it to the name, and we do the same for like 4 of them. 1 2 3 4. Then we just call this email, and we just call this password, just call this bio. And for the skills, we're not gonna do it here, so just give it. I'm gonna call this email password bio. Yo, what you making today, bro? What's good, Sahil Siyat? Ooh, we're working on the backend for the skill swap application that we had created yesterday. So skill swap application. So we just working on the backend, my brothers. Feel what I'm saying? We're working on the backend. We're trying to get the backend working so that we can just go ahead and make the application functional. All right. So I think that should be it for this. And then now, rather than using this, we're gonna say cons. Oh wait, user dot update. What do you think, my boy? Oh, just give me a sec. Okay, if it's undefined, if the bio is not undefined, okay, then if array skills, and that means update dot skills. Upsert, give us these where ID should be. The ID is a skill ID, skill.id, or I don't know if this short what if it exists and try to update. I don't know what this stands for. I don't know what that stands for, but it's okay. When we can update, and then here we can create. And if we create, then attach the user ID to it. All right, and then on the update now is where ID is a user ID. Data is update data, include skills true. All right, so let's go and apply changes here. The bio should not be un, undefined. The bio should not be undefined. This is dot bio dot password dot email, and then await user dot update. The update. Okay, let's just delete these. Update user dot this bio data, where data is update data. This is what will happen, and then if we want to update now, let's try to check if this one is working. For now, let's try to remove the skill and whatever. Let's try to update the name to filthy rich. First, let's try to get if we have that user. This should give us, okay, the name is already updated to filthy rich. This is it's so sus. Knowledge. Oh, so it's called knowledge coalescing operator. I don't know, man. That word is just too crazy. Okay, let's change this to, let's just say Emma rich or Emma filthy. Let's just say Emma filthy. Let's try to update this for now. Let's see. This should update. It has updated, but for some reason we have two skills. And I'm trying to delete a skill. How are we gonna delete a skill? Oh my god. Ooh. Damn. It feels good though. Okay, so we've updated the name from Emma Filthy to, from Emma Rich to Emma Filthy. Let's try to change it again to Rich Filthy. Okay, it has updated to Rich Filthy. Let's try to check here again. All right, Rich Filthy. Well, for some reason we still have two skills, right? Which is crazy because knowledge coalescing operator. I don't know what that does, but let me just check it out here. Knowledge coalescing. What the fuck is that word, bro? Sometimes I just be thinking engineers don't even have anything good to like call things. What the fuck is not coalescing operator? Explain it. Okay, this stuff likes going in details with everything, so knowledge in a way that's super clear. Okay, how does it work? Works like this: value 1, value 2. If value 1 is not null or undefined, use value 1. Is not null or undefined, use value 1. If value 1 is null or undefined, bro, I can't speak. Jeez, let me stop the water. See, I think it works. Let me just stop the water. Damn. Boys, we just gotta stretch a little bit, bro. I'm kinda fucking tired. Bro, how come today we're tired in just 2 hours, but every single day we'll be streaming for crazy hours? Oh, good. Alright, let's get back to work. Let's see what we got cooking. Hmm. So it's like saying, hey, give me value one, but if it's missing, null or undefined. Give me value two as a backup. Alright. I think I get that point now. I think I get that point now. So the next thing is if the array, okay, if we have the skills, then update the data skills. We have upsert skills. Okay, update and insert. Then where the ID. If we have the ID, then go ahead and do it. If we don't, then okay. Now I understand. This is what we have. Where if we have the ID, go ahead and update it. If we don't have the ID, then go ahead and create a new skill and attach a user to the user ID. Where ID is user ID, data is that, and include skills should be true. I think that's it. Where user is the user ID and then update this. Okay. And then let's say for skills, bro, why am I not seeing no water here? I'm hearing water walking, but I'm not hearing it in my room. Okay. For skills, for updating skills, let's just call this updating skills. Then what are we gonna do if we have what array? We should put this array dot is array. Then just this is just changing this to array. This is part of data structures and algorithms, I guess. But we're not gonna get there today. So what are we changing to array? I think it should be skills, right? Okay. If we have this, then something should happen. Okay. Oh my god, I'm about to kick this stuff again. Damn. So we're gonna have update data dot what skills, right? Dot what? Holy crap, am I just being stupid or I can read? I can't understand. Update data dot skills is equals to 10a. I'm just a stupid little boy who's just teaching himself. Update dot skills is equals to, all right, so what is that? Is equals to upsert, right? Wait, I saw something. Well, let me just keep ChatGPT aside because for some reason my brain can just understand that. Let me try to read it. Skills and upsert skills or map. Hmm. Hmm. What's the meaning of this upsert, bro? Somebody should help me. This is insert or what, something like that. Dot skills. Hey. Array is array skills, update dot skills, update data dot skills, data dot skills. Upsert. I think this should just work the way it is. I don't know, bro. Skills dot mob. Okay, let's just do it like that. Although I don't understand what I'm doing. I'm gonna pick it. I'm gonna pick it just as time goes. I'm not gonna waste time, bro. I'm already tired. Where God. Okay. Where the ID skill dot ID, and yeah, this is where we have that operator thing. We're just gonna call this invalid ID, and therefore we can update the skill, the name skill dot name, and the level skill dot level, and then if that doesn't exist, then we can go ahead and create. Then we're gonna create name skill dot name, or else level skill dot level, right? So if we don't have that, go ahead and do that stuff. And inside the create, we're gonna say user connect ID should be equals to the user ID. All right, I think that should be okay for the updating skills. So I'm gonna say for updating skills, I still have okay skill. I still don't fully understand it, so I'm gonna review it again. All right, I'm just gonna keep it like this, right? And yeah, that should be it for this updating thing. So let's go ahead and try. Let's just do this. Now I want to update the skill. Want to update this gamer thing to, I can say YouTuber and say beginner. Okay, the YouTuber we can just say mid-level. I'm not gonna say beginner because we're not beginners, bro. What are you saying? All right, so we're gonna pick the criteria that we're gonna delete, the criteria that we're gonna update. So we're gonna have the name. We're actually not gonna. Okay, we can just update the name to, like, let's say the goat filthy. It's the name. What else are we updating? I need to update actually the password, because it seems that password of mine is so weak. So say the password is like, it's gonna say little goat 123, something like that. Then do we need a bio? I don't need a bio. So email can remain the way it is, and then we can go ahead and change the skills. So say skills, then the skills, then we can change the name. We already have the skill. If we don't have the skill, if we have the skill already updated, if we don't have the skill, then oh God, I don't know. I'm just gonna put something like name. I'm just gonna change it to YouTuber. and level. It's gonna say medium. Medium. Just gonna say medium, bro. And then I'm gonna say patch. Let's see. Okay, we have an error. What's a nasty error? Okay. I don't know, God. Why do I have an error? Let's see. God, what's the error again? Hmm. Update user. Mm-hmm. Hmm. What's the error though? Does it show here? Okay, so why are we using Prisma? We're not using Prisma anywhere here. We're using it here? Prisma, not update. God. Ah, man. Today, bro, like this update controller, Jesus Christ, this is super hard, bro. Ha. Damn. Bro, I thought I would pick up things real quick, but man. Oh, we don't have that, so that's why we have an error. We don't have these. That's why we have an error. For sure. Huh. Let's see. Where? Okay, so we need an ID. We need an ID here. We need an ID. I think that's why. I think we need the skill ID. I think we need the skill ID. I'm not tripping. I think we need the skill ID. Let's go and get the skill ID. I think we need the skill ID. This is the ID we want to change, right? And this is a wait, this is the ID we created. So let's close this. Let's go to skill, close the user. Let's go to skill, and this is okay. So that's the ID that we need to update. So video gamer, and then yeah, that is the ID that we wanna change for sure. Okay. Let's just okay. Now I've tried my level best, bro. So let's just copy this. Say I want to change this. Let's wanna update the skill, but keep saying error in the update user controller. This is the a JSON body that I'm sending for the patch request. Okay. Uh, and this is the route. So I'm giving ChatGPT enough context so that it can be able to study and understand what I'm doing. I know Casa could have done this in a second, but it's good for me to understand it first before dashing and throwing it to Casa. Oh God. Y'all see the struggle. This is this is what most YouTubers don't show. Yeah, this is what most people that are just doing tutorials don't show you guys. They only show the part when everything is polished. Like right now, after this is polished, I can be able to teach anybody what I did because yeah, I suffered and I corrected it. So the suffering and correcting part is where you get to learn. So you guys, if y'all should pick anything from this long ass stream, is being consistent. Two, being resilient. Three, being smart to understand and know when you're doing wrong or when you're not picking something and asking for help. So, yeah, those are the few things I want you to take away from this video or this stream. All right, let's see. What else? Okay, so when we understand, somebody said, "Oh, backend development is easy, crazy." Hey man, how's the progress? Hey Jack Deep Sink, how you doing, my brother? I'm cool. Yeah, man, the progress is there, man. We're not fully 1,000% okay, but hey, we gotta do what we gotta do, my brother. But the struggle keeps going. So, and this is the route. The route, what? Whatever. Let's just keep that going. Thanks for the detail info. You're really close. The control looks mostly correct, but Prism is likely throwing because of how you are using Upsert inside a nested relation skills without a unique field on skill other than ID. Your current schema. Yup. User skills, and then this is on cascade delete. It has no other unique constraints besides ID, but you're doing where user ID is. If if the ID is invalid, Prisma throws record to update not found, even before it reaches the crate. So um it- add a compound unique constraint in this schema. So this is how it should look. Let's see, update your skill model. How should the skill model look? Add unique user ID name, add this. This makes user ID name a unique key, so you can safely upsert by name for that user. By name? I'm just trying to update the fucking name. Huh? I'm confused. No, this doing great, man. Just working on my startup. Nothing else, man. Thanks, man. That's it. For real, there's nothing else to do other than grinding and working. You feel me, bro? Grinding and working is what's gonna pay the bills. Nothing else gonna pay the bills, my brother. So we gotta keep grinding. Alright, if you do want to keep updating by ID, make sure each incoming skill has a valid ID. And you should check if it exists beforehand and or catch a Prisma error and fall back to crap. But the unique compound key is the cleanest solution for that for what you're doing. I don't want to change it with the name. Ah, hold on. Mm, hmm. I don't know, bro. For some reason, I'm not understanding. Step two: update the controller to upside using the unique key. So it's fine. It's fine. Let me just see this. Let me change the skill with this, and then we'll make another migration. So now this is the second migration we are making, bro. That's to show you we are doing things. I don't know if it's correctly or we are having issues. So let's update the skill model with this. Okay, we're just gonna take this off. Then we're just gonna need npm. Okay, Prisma, npx, Prisma. Yeah, man. So how is India, bro? How is India, Indiana? All right, this add skill user ID name unique. I don't know. Let's make another migration. Bro, we're making so many migrations today. Okay, let's kill the server and let's run it one more time. npx Prisma Studio. Okay, this Prisma Studio. I think we don't even need to rerun it because it updates manually. I mean, it updates every time. So, let me see what's going on here. All right, let's say npm run dev. Okay, so everything should be running, and the next thing we're gonna do. So this is a unique user ID and the name as well. I don't know. I don't know what that's gonna do. So let's keep it like this for what we are doing now. That means the request that we're sending shouldn't include the ID anymore. It shouldn't include the ID. And then let's try to update. Alright, for some reason we still have an error. Oh my god. Anyway, the name, I'm trying to update the name. I'm trying to update the name and password and also the skill. And if the skill exists, update. Oh, update. Oh, or else just add the new skill. Oh my god. Perfect. Here's how to. I did that already. I did the migration already. What else? So, this is what we have now. When the skill dot length is 0. Where user ID name is user ID user ID name skill dot name. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, bro. Oh my god. We're just gonna take this. I'm tired now. This gotta be it for today. I'm fried even. I'm literally cooked, my boys. I'm fried. We're not gonna think too much about this. I think we've done most of the work, bro. Let's just update. Something went wrong. Uh Something went wrong where all right, man. Let's send this error message. Let's correct this. And that's gonna be it for today, bro. India's great. That's cool. That's insane, man. So I'm actually fried, bro, because I'm from exams and all that. So a relational field within the update all solution. Okay, that should work. Update the user, basic information, handle skill upsets separately. You need to make sure this unique constraint exists. man. Okay. All right. I don't like these things, this BS from AI. For cons, skill of skills. This has simplified it, right? I kind of like this version. Hold on. Let me just. Bro, let me. Okay, we still have something went wrong, bro. Give me a test. Is that not what we have on our Prisma? Look, our Prisma schema, is it not including that? User ID and name. User ID and name. Taking them all as unique. So why? Is this correct? Bro, just a simple application like this and your pro. Oh my god. Use enums for status. Okay. Correct the entire schema and area clean well doc code. Let's see. Oh my god, here's a well documented Prisma schema. Okay, I just like the way it's going to document it, so anytime I need it, I can understand everything. So I'm just gonna copy this. Let me see inside the skill. All right, I'm just gonna copy this, bro. I'm super fried right now, so let's just copy and replace it with this. So anytime I want it, I can get it. Then we can just run the Prisma migrate dev. Prisma migrate dev. Read the migration. So we can just push that. We're being productive, bro, right now. Okay. This is we have the init already. The init already. No, let's see. The skills and relationships. All right, I'm just gonna do it like this. Oh my god, CD backend. Then okay, warning current data source, a unique construct containing columns. What? How is migration console, bro? It didn't give me anything. Yeah. Fuck. I think that should be it, my boys. I'm kind of pissed off now. npm run dev. All right, so let's see. Oh my god. It has not updated it, and if we get the user little goat Okay, it has updated the name, the good look good, everything. Let's go. Let's refresh this. You should change this. Wait, YouTuber. It has added another fucking skill. This stuff doesn't understand what I wanted to do, bro. I'm gonna call it a night. Sorry, y'all. I'm tired. I'm fried. Before I do that, I wanna push my code to GitHub, right? Am I connected? Okay, I am connected. So, mm, dismiss. Okay, I've reached the monthly charts even for this. Even for this, you guys are so ungrateful. I'm the one ungrateful, bro. Okay, not bad. Let me just close down this. Close down our Postgres instance with Docker. Let's just quit Docker desktop. Close this off. Close this off. Let me close this off as well. Yeah, we can just use this one to send, to push to GitHub. Simple as that, right? The changes we made. So let's see, let's generate. Alright, so this is enhanced Prisma schema with enums and relationship update the user controllers for improved functionality and error handling. I think that should be it. Let me just push that. Good. So we have everything out. bro, we on the grind, bro. You guys know the grind never stops. So let me show y'all. Let me see what we've been cooking. Okay, let's go to. I just want to thank you guys, bro, for this, man. Look, we at 545. Crazy work, bro. Crazy work. So, thanks, man. See you guys tomorrow. I'll see you and I'll see you tomorrow, my boys.